Hey everyone, welcome to Damage Scaling YouTube channel. I'm your host Eddie Wang, and today we are going to talk about the back three. It's one of my most favorite moves of Jin. That's because it's a synergetic move, and it really has its own purpose. And when you add on to the good arsenal that Jin has, this move can take you to places. So I'm going to show you in perspective to forward for what this move does and what it doesn't do, and some of the things that this move does that forward 4 doesn't do. They always go back and forth, and it's always good to know. So you guys know that forward 4 is considered the social distancing move, and it's -8 on block, and it's always going to leave the opponent at range 2, at least at the very least it's going to leave them at range 2 every single time. So what an amazing move. And you can enter Zen, which is -1 instead of -8, right, to trick down people who likes to press against 4-4. And the people that respect 4-4, you can now enter Zen into 50-50 mix-ups and stuff like that. We all know this because this is the move I talk all the time in this channel in several videos. But today we are going to look at his twin counterpart, the left leg beautiful back three. For now, know that this is a knee, so there is no counters to knee in Tekken, there is no parries to knee, and this knee is amazing. It's also 16 frames, just as 4-4, but leaves you at -6, and it's a good CQC move, meaning close quarter combat. So if you are trying to fight people like really up close, this is one of the moves to go on top of them. For one, back three is also excellent for this amazing trait. You can lift off people who are trying to hop kick you. This move floats if it hits them in the air, and it gives you enough frames to start combos from. It's also a counter hit launcher. Just going to show you real quick that just as 4-4, it's a counter hit launcher that you can combo from as well. See, you can do like quite a lot of combos from it. I love it. It's really an amazing move. It's an amazing move. This move is excellent, and it's a move that it's going to take you places, and it's less stressful to use than 4-4. So if you are having trouble using like the 4-4, right, 4-4, it tends to be pretty annoying to pick up these days because of the animation, you guys know. Jesus Christ, man, see, even myself who practice this almost all the time still have trouble connecting this combo. So you have to be really warmed up to use this combo per se. So back three is far less stressful to use, and it does like really good damage. You can go further this, you can go to 60 actually, but I don't have the execution or don't know the trick to make this go into 60 damage, but I'm pretty sure Devil still does. Devil still usually has like some really insane combo damage with Jin. He is pretty optimal with that. But today's topic is not about combos, but it's about move property and the things that you can do with it. So I'm going to switch back into guard because the rest of the things that I'm going to show you are related mostly to the people who guard like this move and how they both work together. So in case I didn't mention it, know that there is no difference between blocking this and blocking this. The distance that adds to 4-4 at -8, it's almost the same advantage that you're going to get from them blocking a back three and you being at -6. There is no much difference between both. It's technically the same thing. It's just that one has less range, but you also have less frames to be stuck into. One thing that 4-4 Zen does, of course, is that when it goes into Zen, it's -1, so it traps against 15 frame moves, which people tend to use when they block 4-4 into Zen. If you are pretty obsessed with, but the 4-4 is there to mix them up. But another move you can mix your opponent with, actually, it's back 3 and back 3 into Zen. Back 3 into Zen is -2 instead of -1, but it's also much unsafe canceling it too. People just don't really try it because there is a tiny secret with it. Mostly because when you do a back 3 is 16 frames and back 3 forward, right? Back 3 into Zen. The startup of the move changes by 1 frame. It goes faster, so it becomes 15 frames instead of 16. And this is one of the key things about back 3 into Zen. When it goes into 15 frames, it also expands the hitbox, so the opponent cannot move sideways against back 3 into Zen. I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to allow them to sidestep right, which is Jin's weak side, right? And I'm going to jab into back 3. So you guys can have an idea. Now I'm going to do jab into back 3 forward. And there I go. See? Pretty much you can really, this move has like some, it has some really amazing tracking. So this is one of the reasons people don't really try to sidestep the back 3 forward as much. And this isn't the only thing that does. For example, I'm going to show you another thing that you can do with back 3 on top of, also, if I'm not mentioning it yet, it's a good float. So you know that this, it's a frame trap. It's a legit frame trap, especially against people that press too many buttons. You can mix these two, right? And the block stun of 4-4 into Zen, while it's -1, but it's still massive, right? You have to be familiarized with the block stun in order to not press the button at the wrong time and getting launched by 1+2. So this ability that Jin has to change the block stun of the moves when he enters Zen, it's what makes like this move and this move extremely dangerous, because while back 3 forward is much less, is -2 on block, it also has far less block stun than 4-4 into Zen. What this means is that whenever the opponent, even if he knows that Jin is at -2, by the time he decides to press button, there is an infamous chance that he already lost his turn. So if you do back 3 forward into 1+2, if you do this a lot, right? If you do this a lot, or this, when you do this, there is a high chance that this is going to launch whoever tries to press a button right after, even if they know that you are negative. That's the trick, because back 3 forward is far less plus on, it's far less plus on block. It's -2, this is what it says, but when you try to cancel it, it's not even safe. But do it not being this safe into the cancel, the block stun vanishes pretty quick when you do a back 3 forward. So if they are really not ready, because this conditions them to wait for longer times, this actually ends the block stun much earlier, and so the -2 just vanishes and you can do 1+2. So it tends to be, people think usually that back 3 forward is faster, but it's not. It's actually slower than 4-4 into Zen. But do it, the block stun of 4-4 into Zen being installed on every non-Jin main's mind, it makes like this an extremely powerful gimmick per se, right? A frame trap. I like to call it frame traps because you can mix with back 3 as well and play like close quarter games. It's really rare seeing people challenge this as much because of it. It's much better than this. This one is terrible because it's -12, and even if it goes into -1, it's still really terrible for canceling. This one is much better, and this one is the best one. There is also this, but these ones are really trash. I don't care about those ones, but this one is great. This is really great. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and see you guys on the next one.